So to be honest with everyone, good afternoon. Usually what happens is, as we begin our service, people will begin to come in and join us. This is the afternoon service. This will lead into Yizkor at approximately 5 o'clock, followed by the closing service. So we just had a lot of fun with our family service, and we are continuing now, I guess, on a tad more serious note from our family service. We are opening our books to page number 325. At the very bottom, the third piece of text is from Psalm 118. Adonai is my strength, my song of praise, for God has saved my life. We know it as Ozi v'Zimrat Yah. If you know the words, we invite you, of course, to sing with us. 325.
Vayehi li Yeshua, sing with me. Ozi v'zimrat Yah, Vayehi li Yeshua. Ozi v'zimrat Yah, Vayehi li Yeshua. Ozi v'zimrat Yah, Vayehi li Yeshua. Let's sing it quietly. Ozi v'zimrat Yah, Vayehi.
We turn the page to 326. At this hour, Israel stands as one in prayer. All Jews on earth unite through memory and hope. A people unafraid, unvanquished, says to God, this people you have formed still lives to tell your praise, still lives to share this teaching with our youth. Our ancient journey has not reached its end. The faith implanted at our people's birth is realized from age to age, our sacred covenant. This people, few in number, ventured forth to carve a lonely path through wilderness with dreams of vines and fig trees, justice in the gates, the land at peace. And still we make our way across the desert. This people you have formed still lives to walk before you. Exiled once to Babylon, we learned the unity of God. The second time, dispersed by Rome, we learned that humankind is one. Hear, O Israel, the call still sounds. Eternity is ever present in your midst, a heritage of sacred purpose in your heart. Your past tells a story for all people. Your future holds a promise still unfolding. At this hour, Israel stands as one in prayer. All Jews on earth unite through memory and hope. We look at one another and we know who we are. We look to our Creator and we know our strength. In pursuit of truth, this people lives to serve the Most High for the sake of life. Behind us, pain and glory. Before us, holy work. Timeless words command us. Toward eternity we gaze. We're continuing on page 356 with the words of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, 356. Ultimately, the goal of prayer is not to translate a word, but to translate the self. not to render an ancient vocabulary in modern terminology, but to transform our lives into prayers. Please rise.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agit hilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agit hilatecha. O God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agit hilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agit hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekone Hakol, Bezocher Chastei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava. Zochreinu lechaim, Zochreinu lechaim, Melech hafetz b'chaim. V'chodveinu b'sefer, b'sefer ha'chaim, Lemancha Elohim chayim. Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Morid hatal. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Zomech nofalim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umechaye me'emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit u'mechaye, Umatmiach Yeshua. Michamocha al harachamim, Zocher Yitzurav lechayim berachamim, V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. קדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. כי אל מלך הגדול וקדוש אתה.
Please be seated. We're on page 372, V'chein.
Melody the other night. V'chein, v'chein, I'll hear you.
Together we're on 372. And so, in your holiness, give all creation the gift of awe. Turn our fear to reverence. Let us be witnesses of wonder. Perceiving all nature as a prayer come alive, we bow to the sovereignty of your strength, the primacy of your power. We yearn for connection with all that lives. Wholeness of heart. Awe-inspiring is your creation, encompassing. 374. Together, and so in your holiness, give your people the gift of honor. Bless with praise those who praise you. Bless with hope those who seek you. Give your believers a basis for faith. True happiness for the land of Israel. True joy in Jerusalem. May the stars of David soon grow bright enough for us to see, a beam of light in the darkness, promise of perfection. We're continuing on page 383. Let's read together in the middle of the page. As I wish to be forgiven for what I've done wrong, viewed with leniency and understanding, my good intentions acknowledged, even when I fall short. So I commit myself to follow the model of the Holy One, giving others the benefit of the doubt, perceiving their virtues as keenly as I see their flaws, offering them the chance to begin anew, relinquishing the need to punish. We turn the page to 385. Feel bad It won't kill you. Use these feelings as a catalyst to make amends, so long as it doesn't inflict more pain. Do something positive that will help offset the damage you have caused. After you have done all you can by way of making amends, and have learned all you can from what you did, make a solemn vow not to repeat the act. Assuming you've done all this, let it go. How? The next time the memory arises, don't give yourself over to the drama. Yes, I did that. I won't do that again. There is no point in dwelling on it, and doing so simply feeds my narcissism. Better to do something constructive with my time and my energy. Page 394, we hear the beautiful words of Ritzay.
Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu Be'yamecha Yisrael U'tefilatam Be'ahava tikabel. Humbled in prayer, we seek to reach you. Hoping to be heard. Hearts open wide, longing to be true. Oh, let us know that you are near. Open our hearts that we may hear your still clear voice within us all. May we be worthy in our prayer and feel your presence everywhere, and may we answer when you call. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu Be'amecha Yisrael U'tefilatam Be'ahava tikabel. Oh, let us know that you are near. Open our hearts that we may hear your still clear voice within us all. May we be worthy in our prayer and feel your presence everywhere, and may we answer when you call. And may you answer when we call. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu.
Page 399. Modima nachnu lach, for miracles and wonders are with us always, and goodness is woven through our lives. Our sages teach that miracles are astounding acts. They shake us to the core. And wonders, these, they say, are the miracles of which we are unaware. Well hidden in the laws of nature, great wonders reside. The rhythm of our breathing, the rise and fall of tides, the wing beats of a hummingbird, the choreography of bees, the cycles of the seasons of the sky, and sunlight on leaves transmuted into energy. How wondrously fixed and predictable. Migration of birds, circulation of blood. How utterly extraordinary is the ordinary. But goodness, is it with us always? Can we feel it even now? Consider this: the eye is narrow in its gaze, for at this very moment some lives are bathed in miracle. A newborn child in the arms of parents who were past the point of hope. The happiness of improbable love after many years alone. Recovery from surgery, the easing of grief, food for the hungry, rain after drought, the first light of peace in a war-darkened land. May I look up from my dark places and be glad. Somewhere, even now, wondrous goodness blossoms forth.
מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו, שאתה הוא אלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. מודים אנחנו לך, צור חיינו מגן אישנו, צור חיינו מגן אישנו, אתה הוא, אתה הוא, אתה הוא לדור ודור, אתה הוא, אתה הוא, אתה הוא לדור ודור. מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו, שאתה הוא אלוהי אבותינו לעולם
Page 407. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Let there be peace. Grant goodness and blessing, grace, constancy and compassion. Rabbi Joshua ben Levi taught, great is peace. Peace is to the world as leaven is to dough. And thus we learn, peace is not passivity, a state of restful inertia. Peace is the fermenting energy, the source of creative and expansive growth. When there is peace in the world, human talents may blossom and all are enriched. When there is peace in a family, all members may grow to fulfill their potential. When there is peace in our soul, we are free to express all the gifts within us. Let's continue for a moment or two with silent prayer.
יהיו לרצונים רפי, יהיו לרצונים רפי, וגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you. O God, my rock and my redeemer.
Say shalom b'mrama, uyaseh shalom aleinu, be'kol Yisrael,
Page 418. We read these words together as we confess our sins. For these sins, our God, we ask forgiveness. The ways we have wronged you deliberately and by mistake, and harm we have caused in your world through insincere promises. The ways we have wronged you by judging others unfairly, and harm we have caused in your world by making light of serious matters. The ways we have wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through condensation. The ways we have wronged you through our innermost thoughts, and harm we have caused in your world through the words of our mouths. The ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world by mistreating a friend or neighbor. The ways we have wronged you by hating without cause, and harm we have caused in your world through hypocrisy. For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
V'al kulam elo aslichot silach lanu mekalanu kaper lanu v'al kulam elo Selach lanu mechalanu, selach lanu mechalanu, kaper lanu.
Page 420, we continue. The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly, and harm we have caused in your world through our thoughtlessness. The ways we have wronged you by profaning your name in public, and harm we have caused in your world through offensive speech. The ways we have wronged you through gossip and rumor, and harm we have caused in your world through disrespect to parents and teachers. The ways we have wronged you through narrow-mindedness, and harm we have caused in your world through dishonesty in business. The ways we have wronged you through sexual immorality, and harm we have caused in your world through consumption of food and drink. The ways we have wronged you by betraying trust, and harm we have caused in your world through impulsive acts of malice. For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
V'al kulam elo aslichot silach lanu mechalanu kaper lanu v'al kulam elo aslichot silach lanu mechalanu silach lanu mechalanu kaper lanu.
Please rise. Page 426. Avinu Malkeinu, as Joseph wept and opened a forgiving heart to his brothers, let our hearts be open to those who ask our forgiveness. Avinu Malkeinu, as the high priest entered the innermost shrine to atone, let our acts of teshuvah touch our innermost life. Avinu Malkeinu, as Jonah cried out to God, I thought I was driven away. Let us reach for the divine from the depths of our being. Avinu Malkeinu, as you said to Moses and Israel, you shall be holy, for I am holy. Let us affirm today we shall pursue holiness in our everyday lives, revering mother and father, providing for the poor, rising before the aged, loving neighbor and stranger as ourselves. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice. We turn the page and continue together. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, we have strayed and sinned before you. Avinu Malkeinu, you alone are our sovereign. Avinu Malkeinu, act towards us as befits your name. Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a year of goodness. Avinu Malkeinu, remember we are but dust of the earth. Avinu Malkeinu, let this hour in your presence be a time of compassion and acceptance. Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and our families. Avinu Malkeinu, act for the sake of those slain for their devotion to you. Avinu Malkeinu, act for the sake of those killed because they were Jews. Avinu Malkeinu, act for the sake of those who suffered fire and water to sanctify your name. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace, for our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Please be seated. There is such a need for healing in our world. So many people who are ill, not at their best. So many people who are suffering through challenges. There is so much brokenness, pain, sadness in our world. Such a need for a sense of well-being, a sense of refuah shlema, healing from that which they're dealing with. At our service on Erev Rosh Hashanah, we opened up our canopy of healing, our chuppah, and we asked anyone who wished to stand beneath that to come, and we would offer a prayer for healing, not just for themselves, but if they know someone, a loved one, a friend, who is in fact in need of healing. And so today, this afternoon, on this most sacred day of the year, we're going to do the same thing. I've asked for people to come to the bima and open this canopy of healing. And once this is opened, I'm going to invite anyone that wishes to come join us on the bima as we offer these words of healing for them or loved ones or friends. So right down here. And so I invite anyone who wishes to join me beneath this chuppah, this canopy of healing, anyone in need of healing, anyone that knows someone in need of healing, a loved one, a friend, please come stand beneath this talit on this chuppah with me.
And while people are making their way to the bima, I wanted to give you some context for a special Misha Beirach that we're going to do today. Since it's the holidays, there's this really beautiful setting by Cantor Randall Schloss, and there's a part for us all to sing. So I'd like to just teach you the refrain, and maybe we can do it together. And can I get a G chord? Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf, refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf, refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf, refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf, refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf. So now you know the refrain. Refuat ha-nefesh means a healing of the nefesh. We'll call it out. What does nefesh mean? Soul. And guf means the body. All right. Let's go. Mishaberach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov. Mishaberach Imoteinu Sarah Rivka Leah veRachel. Hu yevarech et hacholim ve'yishlach lahem refuah shalema. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf. Amen.
Thank you. Thanks. Page 436. It is written, "Know before whom you stand," but in truth we do not know. Let's read responsively together. Perhaps we stand before our history, chronicle of stubbornness and the will to live. Perhaps it is the memory of those who struggled to be human in a world that was dark and cold. Perhaps it is Torah, the golden chain of tradition. Perhaps we stand before ideals that call us to do justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly on this earth. Perhaps we stand together, seekers, doubters, and those who are firm in their faith. And this we know: the day is short, the work commence. The need is urgent.
One second, everybody.
Beautiful Oseh Shalom we're going to hear.
Gotcha.
I got you.
Okay.
I got your
Sorry.
back.
It's 5 o'clock, and I thought we were in Yizkor. All right. Let's get back into the moment.
I could sing this for them.
Oh my God, I'm not really on top of things. There you go. All right. Oh, who says shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
We're going to take a break of a few minutes. I'm going to ask everyone to pick up a white rock. They are in the entrances of our sanctuary, a white rock, and also, if you'd like, a memorial book. I want you to hold the white rock and have with you, if you like, the memorial book. I forgot to read the names. Who has a white Lexus? Lights on, front, Circle Drive. Who owns a white Lexus? White Lexus, lights are on. We'd like to begin our Yizkor service. If you would find a seat. So it is a custom to go to the cemetery, the resting place of our beloved, and place a rock on the stone during the season of the High Holy Days. So I thought each of us should hold a rock in remembrance of our beloved departed. Many of us don't have that chance to go to the cemetery and place a rock on their stone. Many of us are far away from where our loved ones are buried. I'm going to ask you to hold this rock and to think of those that you've loved and lost. And before we say the concluding prayers of our service, we're going to ask everyone who wishes to come forward and place their rock on our table, a remembrance of all of those that we have loved and lost. We're on page 541. This is the hour of memory, and this is our house of comfort. Wounded by loss, we retreat from life. Our synagogue gathers us in. In this place, we bring stories and prayers, unanswered questions, tears that need to be shed, lives recollected and carried within us, moments of courage and laughter and pain. This day embraces them all. This place embraces us all. Now the heart opens in sorrow, for we are time's subjects, and all that we love we must lose. So let us hold fast to the love that remains and cherish the light of the sun. Today all of us walk the mourner's path. Together may we find strength. Page 544.
Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid ki mimini balemot lachein tzamach libi v'yagel kevodi af besari yishkon lavetach כי לא תעזוב נפשי לשהות, לא תיתן חסדך לראות שחת, תודיעני אורח חיים, אורח חיים. So vasemachot et panecha neimot bimincha netzach shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid ki mimini
We continue responsively, page 548. At birth, a miracle, you light the spark in every human soul. And every day, every breath comes to us as a miracle. When breath has ceased and life has gone, the neshama returns to you. Their light is ours, their radiance now burns in us, eternal flame of memory. A light unique and precious, ours to treasure while we live. An Ner Tamid. More precious was the light in your eyes than all the roses in the world. Page 556.
Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri me'im Adonai Ose shamayim va'aretz al yitei lamod raglecha al yanum shomrecha hinei lo yanum velo yishon shomer Yisrael Adonai shomrecha Adonai tilchal yad yeminecha yomam vashemesh lo yakecha v'yareach Adonai yishmorcha mikol ra, yishmor et nafshecha. Adonai yishmor tzeitcha uvoecha me'ata
Page 559. You read these words together at the top of the page. In my darkness, be a light to me. In my loneliness, help me to find a soul akin to my own. Give me strength to live with courage, and give me courage to draw blessing from life, even in the midst of suffering, to hold fast against the storm, and to smile at a loved one's glance. Page 564. When you died, it was time to light the first candle of the 8. The dark tidal shifts of the Jewish calendar of waters and the moon that grows like a belly and starves like a rabbit in winter have carried that holiday forward and back since then. I light only your candle at sunset as the red wax of the sun melts into the rumpled waters of the bay. The ancient words pass like cold water out of stone over my tongue as I say Kaddish. When I am silent and the twilight drifts in on skeins of unraveling woolly snow, blowing over the hill dark with pitch pines, I have a moment of missing that pierces my brain like sugar stabbing a cavity till the nerve lights its burning wire. Grandmother Hannah comes to me at Pesach, and when I am lighting the Sabbath candles, the sweet wine in the cup has her breath. The challah is braided like her long, long hair. She smiles vaguely, nods, is gone like a savor passing. You come oftener when I am putting up pears or tomatoes, baking apple cake. You are in my throat laughing or in my eyes. When someone dies, it is the unspoken words that spoil in the mind and ferment to wine and to vinegar. I obey you still, going out in the saw-toothed wind to feed the birds you protected. When I lie in the arms of my love, I know how you climbed like a pea vine, twining, lush, grasping for the sun, toward love, and always you were pinched back, denied. It's a little low, light, the Yortzeit candle makes. You couldn't read it by it or even warm your hands. So the dead are with us only as the scent of fresh coffee, of cinnamon, of pansies excites the nose and then fades. With us as the small candle burns in its glass. We lose and we go on losing as long as we live. A little winter, no spring can melt. Page 567.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is gone. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember, as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. Yesh kochavim שאורם מגיע ארצה, רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו בינם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר, כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד בתוכנו. אורות אלה המבהיקים בחשכת הליל, הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, הם שמקרים לאדם את הדרך, et hadera.
For several years now, we have produced a memorial video showing the pictures of those members of our congregation and family and friends of members of our congregation who have passed away since last Yom Kippur. And so this afternoon, we again have the honor of showing you those that we have loved and lost. page 570 and 571. You find the Yizkor prayer as we read these words.
The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you. I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. The morning ends, I think about you. I talk to friends, I think about you. And do they know it's like I'm losing my mind? All afternoon doing every little chore. The thought of you stays bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights and think about you. Spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, and then you left me behind. Or am I losing my mind? I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. Does no one know? It's like I'm losing my mind. All afternoon doing every little chore. The thought of you stays bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights and think about you. spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, and then you left me behind. Or am I losing my mind?
Page 583. You continue responsively. Let the light of late afternoon shine through chinks in the barn, moving up the bales as the sun moves down. Let the cricket take up chafing. Let dew collect on the hoe abandoned in long grass. Let the stars appear and the moon disclose her silver horn. To the bottle in the ditch, to the scoop in the oats, to air in the lung, let evening come. Let it come as it will, and don't be afraid. God does not leave us comfortless, so let evening come.
Be'yado af kidruchi, be'et ishan ve'ayira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira. My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand. Be'yado av kidruchi, be'et ishan ve'ahira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira.
Page 593. The 23rd Psalm. No other psalm, perhaps no other prayer, but the Kaddish itself is as inseparable from our experience of grief and mourning as the 23rd. One phrase, so simple and direct, yet emotionally profound, has made it so. Ki ata imadi, for you are with me. Or in the language of an earlier age, for thou art with me. To arrive at those words after passing through the valley of the shadow of death is to know, in the words of Rabbi Joshua Loth Liebman, that God contains and supports us as a mighty ocean contains and supports the infinitesimal drops of every wave. To arrive at those words is to feel at home in the cosmos, held and comforted, cared for and serene. The 23rd Psalm does not make promises that cannot be kept: the end of all evil, the eradication of suffering and pain, sunshine instead of shadows. It makes but one promise, only this: you are not alone.
Adonai roi lo echzar inodesh yarbitzeini al nei menuchot Nafshi yeshovev, yancheini b'maglei tzedek, yancheini b'maglei tzedek, leman shemo. Lefanai, Shulchan neged Zorerai, Dishanta Vashem en Roshi, Kosi Revaya. Ach tov v'chesed Yirdefuni kol yemei chayai, kol yemei chayai, v'shavti bevein Adonai le'orach yamim. Adonai roi lo echzar, Adonai roi lo echzar.
Page 599. A remembrance of the 6 million. Avinu Malkeinu, let there be perfect rest for the souls of the 6 million who died as Jews in the flames of the Shoah. Let there be perfect rest for the countless millions who died because of race, religion, or nationality, political affiliation, or sexual orientation. Hold them close to you forever. Seal their souls for everlasting life in the shelter of your presence, for you are their eternal home. Together we say, Amen. Before we offer the final prayers at our service, all those who are holding a rock who wish to place it on this table, please come forward and do so. Again, this rock is a remembrance of all our beloved departed.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me. Don't let it make you cry, for even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a sacred song to you each night we are apart. Remember me. Though I have to travel far, remember me. Each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again.
Page 598, please rise.
שוכן במרומים, המצא מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה. אם קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים לנשמות יקירינו שהלכו לעולמים. בעל הרחמים יסירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. ביתרור החיים את נשמתם, אדוני הוא נחלתם. וינוחו בשלום על משכבם, ונאמר אמן.
Merciful God, God Most High, let there be rest for the souls of our loved ones who have gone into eternity. May they find shelter in your presence among the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven. Compassionate God, hold them close to you forever. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May they find a home in you, and may they rest in peace. Together we say, Amen. Page 606. And so we offer Kaddish on behalf of those that we have loved and lost. Two who passed away in recent weeks. We remember Nels Bach. We remember Christina Marua Floranis, mother of Honorio Marua. We remember as well those whose Yortzeit falls on this day, Yom Kippur: Edith Bartfield, Gerda Bartfield, Jaime Broomberg, Jacob Fuchs, Jane Fuchs, Marie Fuchs, Morris Fuchs, Alex Gitlin, Ruth Gitlin, Chana Landman, Joachim Landman, Abel Lupa, Abraham Shazinski, Helen Shazinski, Jacob Shazinski, Lily Shazinski, Sam Wolf, and those whose Yortzeit falls this week. We remember Bill Levy, Jaime Broomberg, Harold Brink, Peter Hack, Frida Gendler, Herbert W. Anderson, Sonia Tucker. In their memory and the memory of all of our beloved departed, let us say these words together. Page 606, we say, Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma divrachu te v'yamli malchute. V'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'yimeru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Ulalmei Almaya Yitbarach Vayishtabach Vayitpa'ar Vayitromam Yitnaseh Vayithadar Vayitaleh Vayitalal Shemei Dekusha Varichu Le'ela Ul'ela Mikol Birchata V'shirata Tush Bechata V'nechemata Da'amiran B'yolma V'yimeru. Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabba Min Shemaya Ayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimeru. Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'yimeru. Amen. Please be seated. We invite everyone to stay for our final service. This is followed by our Break the Fast, and of course, all are invited to stay with us. We're on page 612. This long day is almost over, and the gates are, as we say, beginning to close. Day will fade into dusk, and soon the earth will darken. Our bodies, weak and weary, our inner strength undiminished. This day has been a gift, uncluttered time, free from hurry and routine, appointments or assignments, a time to face our sins and imperfections, our dreams and yearnings for the life we want to live, a time to leave the clamor of the world and attend to the voice within. Long ago, the temple gates were locked at dusk. So too at this hour, the gates of Yom Kippur begin to close. Have we done all that needed to be done? Said everything that needed to be said? The gates of God's compassion never close, but soon enough our lives close in on us. Now in the silence of the soul, now before the holy day comes to an end, release the unshed tears, the deepest prayers locked in our hearts.
P'tach lanu shar veit nilat shar kifanayo hayom yivne Hashemesh v'yoveitvne nava she'arecha.
Page 615, we continue responsively. Our Creator, God of awe, God sublime, whose deeds are true, have compassion, grant us pardon as we enter Ne'ilah. Small in number, for you, our very life pours forth. Free us of falsehood, rid us of sin, fount of forgiveness. Show us your mercy as we enter Ne'ilah. Be our true and faithful shelter. Embrace us in grief, console us in pain, seal us for honor With grace and compassion, oppose the oppressors, bring judgment to foes, oust the ones who war against us as we enter Ne'ilah. Proclaim for us a year of favor. Restore the unity to your flock. Return this remnant to its glory as we enter Ne'ilah.
Daughters and sons, be worthy of your years. May you be many and filled with joy. Bless us bless us with gladness in this hour of need.
Page 621. Taking small steps into the new year, I have come upon a blue lake in my heart, the stillest of waters in this dense word forest of prayer, and like a stand of old growth, the towers of the last Amidah rise toward the unnameable. Our cantor promised me that we would be moving into a different music setting for this.
Yes,
And you're going to teach us for a moment about this?
Yeah, sure. God, I was in another world, you all. We are now entering the Ne'ilah service, and there's a Jewish musical mode, the Ne'ilah mode, and you'll hear it. It repeatedly goes, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, dai 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 dai. It's very chromatic, and you'll hear it over and over again. It's a motif that we'll do throughout Avot ve'imahot and Zochrenu. So even if you don't quite know the melody, feel free to just softly sing along, and maybe you'll eventually start to get it. We begin with Adonai Sifatai Tiftach on page 622. Please rise. Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Hilatecha Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Hilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Hilatecha. Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Hilatecha. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah v'Elohei Rachel Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo באהבה. זוכרנו לחיים, נלך חפץ בחיים, וחותמנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדום לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומטמיח ישועה. מי כמוך אל הרחמים, זוכר יצוריו, לחיים ברחמים. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. שמע נעשה לך נא היום, עבור כפניים, ונעלה לך נורא והיום, קדוש ובכן הוא לך סעלה קדושה, כי אתה אלוהינו מלך מוחל וסולח. פיחו לנו שערי צדקה ובמודיה, פיחו לנו שערי צדקה ובמודיה, פיחו לנו שערי צדקה ובמודיה, פיחו לנו שערי צדק נבובם נודיה.
We continue together. We're in the bottom of page 628. We read together, "Open the gates of righteousness for us. Open the gates that we may enter and praise the Eternal. Open the gates for us, for all Israel, and for people everywhere. The gates of acceptance and atonement, beauty and creativity, the gates of dignity, empathy, and faith, the gates of generosity and hope, insight and joy, the gates of knowledge and love, meaning and nobility, the gates of openness, patience, quest for peace, the gates of renewal, song and tranquility, the gates of understanding and virtue, the gates of Zion, reborn. For many years now, we have offered our members the chance to ascend the bema. I'm going to open the ark, and anyone that wishes to offer a personal prayer as the ark is opened, I invite you to do so in a moment. If you wish to come and stand before the open ark, please do so. Page 635. the way it is. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you're pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it's hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. Page 640.
פתח לנו שער, בית נילת שער, כי פניו. היום יפנה, השמש יבוא יפנה, נבוא שעריך. פתח לנו שער, בית נילת שער, כי פניו. היום יפנה, השמש יבוא יפנה, נבוא על שעריך. אנא אל כפר נא כבוש חטא ועוון. אנא אל נא, סע נא, סלח נא, מחל נא, חמול נא, רחם נא, כפר נא כבוש חטא ועוון. חמול נא, רחם נא, כפר נא כבוש חטא ועוון.
In the middle of page 640, we continue together. Open a gate for us when the gates are being closed, for the day is about to fade. The day shall end, the sun shall set. Let us enter your gates. Holy One, we pray, please be patient. Please pardon and forgive. Please show compassion. Please lead us to atonement. And help us, please help us to conquer injustice and triumph over sin. We turn the page to 642. God Most High, your promise is forever. Even when prayer is a struggle and you seem far away, the doors open wide for the repentant. Like the stoutness of oak trees, so is our stubbornness. Like thorns and thistles, so is our malice. And yet you say, return, rebellious children, seek my face with tears and supplication. God Most High, your promise is forever. Impoverished, we knock on your door seeking kindness, lamenting our lot. Remember us, recall us for a full life. May your ancient love come to us quickly. And you say, come to me with thanksgiving and songs. God Most High, your promise is forever. Page 649. Let's continue responsively, paragraph by paragraph. May the prayers of those who struggle with prayer reach your presence. May the people who say, "Hear, O Israel," come to know you as the one who hears. Together, shelter us in the shade of your presence. When you look into our hearts, be kind, set us on the right path. Come to us, our God, please be my strength. Hear the ache in our voices, the pain of our plea. Most high and hidden. Page 652.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Tavo lefanecha, tefilateinu, V'al titalam mitchinatenu she'anachnu azefanim uk'she'oref lomar lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu tzadikim anachnu ve'lo
we read, "Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. And when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong." Page 661, 661. From this place of prayer and community, we will soon return to our homes. May we take with us the spirit of this day, Melech Hafetz B'chaim, sovereign God who treasures life. Help us turn our homes into havens of your love, sanctuaries of your compassion. Let them be shelters against the storm, dwelling places for all that is life-giving and good. We turn the page to 662, and once again, we rise. We read together, Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, welcome our prayer with love, accept and embrace it. Avinu Malkeinu, act for the sake of your boundless compassion. Avinu Malkeinu, act toward us as befits your name. Avinu Malkeinu, seal us in the book of sustenance and livelihood. Avinu Malkeinu, seal us in the book of worthiness and merit. The book of forgiveness and pardon. Avinu Malkeinu, seal us in the book of lives well lived. Avinu Malkeinu, seal us in the book of redemption and renewal. Avinu Malkeinu, let our hands overflow with your blessings. Avinu Malkeinu, let the gates of heaven be open to our prayer. Avinu Malkeinu, renew us for a year of goodness. Avinu Malkeinu, we have no sovereign but you. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace when our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love. Page 667. To live life in all its fullness is to stand in awe before an open gate, to gaze into a doorway of hope, a wondrous portal of possibilities. Many are the gates of our lives, many the treasures toward which they lead, and how many close behind us, lost, forgotten, sealed forever. How many gates, how many years. Standing in awe before the gates of a new year, we see its most precious gift. The minutes and the hours, the days and the weeks, the treasure house of time. Every moment is a vessel of infinite holiness. Every morning, noon, and night is a gateway to life's immensity. How will we use this precious gift? We turn the page.
ויתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביום איכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואימרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה עמיה יתברך יתברך וישברך ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה ולעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא תושבחתה ובנחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואימרו אמן amen
Amen. 1, 3, 7. It's a numbers game. As we end services today, we connect ourselves once more to Jewish belief. We recite the Shema once, affirming that there's only one God. We then repeat Baruch Shem Kavod, blessed is the name of God 3 times, the line that we say after the Shema, reminding us that God was there for our ancestors, is with us today, and will always be with us in future days. And then we say Adonai Hu Elohim. Adonai is God 7 times, 7 being a number of significance in Jewish life, a symbol of wholeness and holiness. These words were the response of our ancestors to the prophet Elijah's victory over idolatry on Mount Carmel in the book of 1 Kings. And so one last time I ask you to rise. We're on page 672, 1, 3, 7.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Adonai Hu HaElohim 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 Adonai Hu HaElohim.
Tekiah. Shavarim Teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shavarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah Gedolah. Is that it? A good year for everyone. Please join us for our Break the Fast. We are in need of some assistance moving the wall and these chairs over so we can bring more tables over. To everyone, a good year, a Shana Tova. Shana Tova. Thanks for everything.
I'm going to draw longer, but I was hungry. Time is it?